Well, a puppy store in Woodbridge is shut down and its owner arrested on charges of animal cruelty.
Tonight, we get a look at those dogs and hear the owner's response to the charges. News 12 New Jersey's Chris Keating is at the Woodbridge Animal Shelter with more. Chris?
Roxanne, behind the locked door of this trailer you see right here, there are 6 dogs in here. They're all in here because they are sick and they need to be quarantined from the rest of the population here at the shelter. Now, we are told they were taken from a store not far from here called Fancy Pups. And according to the director of the health department here in Woodbridge, he says these dogs are part of the worst case he's ever seen in town. 6 dogs were carried out of the Woodbridge Animal Shelter, one after another, and placed in quarantine where they'll be treated.
The animals we have right here have Giardia, some have coccidia, and some have kennel cough.
Dennis Green with the Woodbridge Health Department says their illness is related to unsanitary conditions. Animal Control took all of them from the Fancy Pups store.
I've inspected animal pet shops for 30 years. This is probably the worst.
They used a court order to shut it down following inspections that showed animals were in direct contact with excrement. Animals were not provided with water, and there were improper examination records. But is this all true? We tracked down Fancy Pups owner Rocco Garudo, who said he didn't want to run from any questions about his dogs.
The dogs seemed fit to me. We did a fecal sample on all the dogs in the store, and I think 6 or 7 of them came up with Giardia, which is a parasite, and we treated the dogs for that.
He was arrested Sunday after Animal Control claims he was selling 3 dogs from his car dealership, even though Fancy Pups, just a few doors down, was shut down. He showed us the cages, telling us those 3 dogs were his.
The 2 shepherds I owned,
Okay.
and the 3rd dog belonged to Paul, and I was training the dog.
So you tell me those are not for sale?
No.
Garudo says he's been training dogs for 40 years and had the Fancy Pup shop for 12 years. But now he says he wants out. He no longer wants the hassle.
We complied with everything. Let's be honest, they just don't like puppy stores. I mean, they don't want puppy stores.
Rocco Garudo told me he believes he's not being treated fairly here, and he hopes once he gets in front of a judge he can have this all ironed out. However, he's facing some very serious animal cruelty charges which, if found guilty, could land him in jail. Finally, as for the dogs put in this trailer today, once they're healthy, they will be put up for adoption. In Woodbridge, Chris Keating, News 12 New Jersey.